Okay guys, welcome back to another Kirka video. This video is going to be pretty important. I am going to show you all how to get custom weapon models. So in other words, change out the default weapon models that are in the game to something of your own choice, like what you can see here on my home screen. And it's a bit of a complicated process, but I'll walk you through it step by step and do my best to explain it all. And I just recently learned this, and credit to I forget the name of the content creator. I'm sorry. I'll put a link to him in the description. But anyway, let me show you guys what I have currently for custom models, and also I'm going to show you like custom sounds as well. Because hold on, let's make it private. Because there's a way to replace your models, your textures, your sounds. So here's my sniper. It's a CS:GO. Most of my models are from CS:GO, and the sound I changed to the sound of an L96 from Rust to make it a little more crisp than the original default. And I changed my LAR to a AK that I have no idea what game it's from. Also changed the sound. It's not great, but it was the best sound I could find. My Weedy I have not changed. Mac 10 I have not changed. My Scar looks a bit funky. It's an AK from Rust, and the textures didn't quite copy, so I have my own custom texture. I didn't change the sound at all for this, but I really like this model. It's my favorite, probably. Revolver I made into a pistol from CS:GO. It's a skin. And I changed the sound to something that actually sounded like a pistol and not someone tapping a plastic container, which is what the default sound was. My AR9 is another AK. It's from CS:GO. It's a skin. I didn't change this at all. This one's nice. And then, yeah, M60 I have not changed, but I have several skins for the Vita and for the Scar. Default Vita is that skin. Cover is the dragon skin. Well, I don't know what it's called exactly, from CS:GO. So that's what cover is. And you can see the scope looks a little funky. That's just a texture problem, and it's not something I can fix. Then I have one other Vita skin, which is this one, which is also from CS:GO. What I did is I just used the CS:GO sniper as my model, and then I was able to put several textures on it. And, oh, the most important thing about this is you do need the better Kirka client if you want to change this kind of things. So for the Scar, default Scar, hold on. Okay, default Scar is literally just the Scar from Rust. It's the default texture, but it doesn't look quite right, as you can see, especially the handle. So what I do is I made my own texture and made it forest. So forest is that one I showed you, and then I made heart into this like cyberpunk wave. I don't know, it's okay. Not a huge fan. Yeah, sorry. I usually just use the orange one. So anyway, those are... Oh, I didn't show you my knife, but I have a custom knife texture, and it's also from CS:GO. So those are all my custom models. Now, to show you guys how to do this exactly, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go, first of all, close the Kirka client and go into the Kirka Discord. Now, you're going to have to go to the channel called bot commands and type .tag space .glb. Let's press enter. And it'll give you all the assets for the Kirka weapon models and player models and yeah, etc. So, for example, if you want to change your Vita skin, your Vita model to a custom model, so just click on that. It's going to ask you to save. You save that. And then what you're going to want to do is go into your browser, go to sketchfab. This site has a whole bunch of like free 3D models and etc. And so you're going to search for sniper. And you're going to come up with a whole ton of options. Let's do sniper rifle. Select downloadable, so you only get ones that are free. Most of these are free. Some you have to pay for, but in general, they're free. So basically, just browse through these until you find one that you like. Also, a factor that's important is if you click on it, go down more model information, and right here it says 3 textures. Preferably you want that number as low as possible. Else that the texture that you put on your gun won't look quite right. So preferably you want the number 1 for textures. Anyway, so I'm going to choose this model just for this demonstration. This is a Krunker AWM or AWP, whatever it's called. So what you just click download 3D model, and then you want to make sure you download the GLB. You can download the bigger size usually. So that's going to download. Now what you're going to want to do is go into Blender. If you don't have it installed, install it because you're going to need this. Just click past this. Over here on the right, highlight all of these with your mouse, and then press the delete button, or just right click and delete. Okay, now that you have a blank space, go into File, Import. Going to go to Downloads and import the Vita skin that you downloaded from the Kirka Discord. So it's this one, 0abe. So import that, and there you have it. So then what you want to do is open File again, Import, GLB, and then select the GLB the model you just downloaded from sketchfab. So the Krunker sniper rifle, and it'll import that as well. Now using these tools on the left here, highlight your model that you want to replace the Vita with, the default model, and use these to basically just line your new model up with the old model. So there's a variety of different options here: resize, rescale, move, but you want the general size and you want the rotation right. So, and what you're going to do, move and make sure that the barrel of your new skin lines up with the barrel of your old Vita. I hope I'm explaining this well enough. I'm probably not. But basically, just line it all up properly. The only thing that needs to be precise is the barrel. And then you can double check that it's straight. Mine's not quite straight. That's a little better. And just move that so it's generally centered. So now that that's done, select your old model and delete it. So now all you have left is the new model. Now what you're going to want to do is go to texture paint up here. And as you can see, the texture for this model is solid, like an orange fade. So go here to this little icon, click on it, and you should see image 0, 1, but basically pick the one that looks the most like what you're seeing over here. So image 0. And then, hold on, I'm going to check something. Okay, then what you're going to want to do next is press image up here, click save as, then come over here, file format, select WebP. You can turn the quality up to 100%. Then what you're going to do is go find in your documents the Better Kirka client folder, open that, and there should be a folder called Swapper, open that, a folder called Assets, and I'm going to provide a download link to a Google Drive folder with all of my assets, because there's really no other way to get like all the textures that I know of. I got it from an old YouTube video which I could not find anymore. So I'm just going to give you guys all my assets, and you can edit them as you want. So open assets, open image, and then find the image file for the Vita is called, hold on, it starts with a 249, and I'll show you guys exactly which one. Sometimes it can be tricky to find. Like very tricky. 6. Here it is. 24917. 24917FD7 web page. And texture. Make sure it doesn't say mini texture. So then hit save as image. And it'll think, and there you go, it's saved. Now go back to layout up here at the top and click on file, click on export, and go down to GLTF 2.0, GLB/GLTF. Then you're going to go into Kirka client, Swapper, assets, not image this time. You're going to go into GLB, and you're going to find 0 Abe 2F. Okay, anyway, the 0 Abe. That's the Vita model. You're going to click that. You're going to hit export GLTF 2.0. And then you close Blender. You can close all of this. Go back into the Better Kirka client. And, hold on, switch to Vita. Skins, blank, and there it is. You have a brand new Vita model. And if we did everything properly, it should look like this and be perfectly lined up. But yeah, so that's basically how you switch your models around. Now, like I said, I'll give you guys a download link for all the models that I have and all the textures that I use. And I'm sorry that I can't give you guys the default models and textures. You can download the default models right off the Discord. But as I know, there's no other easy way to get them at once. So you guys can download my assets and you can put them in the assets folder of your Kirka client. So I hope this was helpful. I know I talk too much and overcomplicate things, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.